Shannon Briggs changing his tune on Wilder versus Fury 3. Let's talk about it.
Push the weight and no flex. Flex the live is more than the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, of course, I'm reading Boxing Scene. I see an article about Shannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Brooklyn stand up. And he's changing his tune on Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3. I'll put the link in the description. He says the fight is a lot closer than what he had originally had it. Let us read. Former WBO heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs was confidently backing Tyson Fury to defeat Deontay Wilder in their trilogy bout. But based on all of the recent happenings, he's starting to change his position on the matter and views that contest as being more of an even event. Now, I've seen videos, I've seen videos of Shannon Briggs' opinion on Deontay Wilder a few years ago. And, he was clowning him because, that's what Shannon does. Well, I guess he's, based off the recent happenings, he's leaning more towards it being an even fight. Not necessarily Deontay winning, but more of an even fight. Let's read on. He said Fury and Wilder have been inactive since their rematch, which took place on February of 2020 in the second meeting. Fury dominated the action and stopped Wilder in 7 rounds to capture the WBC world title. A third meeting was set for July 24th at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The fight took a hit last week when it was revealed that Fury had tested positive for COVID-19. Let's be clear, the new strain, the Delta version, whatever that means. Their teams are now looking to reschedule the fight for a date in October. So Shannon says, and this is quoted, it must be COVID because I can't see him. I mean, from everything I was hearing, he was looking like he was ready to go. Then I heard rumors that it was sparring. Did you see that? Did you read that? Did you hear that? I mean, everything I was hearing, he was looking like he was ready to go. Then I heard rumors that it was sparring, but I wasn't there. Fine. This is boxing, you feel? I heard it was a tough sparring. If it was tough sparring, then I heard it was COVID. Briggs told the Zone Boxing Show. So he's hearing 2 stories like everyone else is hearing 2 stories. One thing we do know is that Jared Anderson, Big Baby Anderson, when they closed camp, he was running the next day. He was on his social media. What we do know is that F.A. Jagba, we didn't know what sparring partner had it. Remember, first we heard that Tyson didn't have it. Then it was in the camp. Then the chef had it. Then the masseuse had it. None of them have it. But then 9 people had it. We wasn't sure which sparring partner had it. Jared Anderson doesn't have it. Then we found out later that F.A. had it. And he was in the hospital for a day and he feels fine now. Then Joseph Parker had it, but he's at the UFC event. He says, the first time I heard about me having it was in the paper or on the media. I don't have it. Tyson Fury obviously doesn't have it, in my opinion, because he's buying cars. We read that he was going back to England. Oops, you can't fly when you have COVID. So Shannon says it is what it is. If it was tough sparring, he wasn't feeling confident. This might change the game for Wilder now. I was leaning towards Fury myself, but I'm really going back to the middle. Wilder has made several adjustments to his team, including the addition of former foe Malik Scott as head trainer. Down here, Shannon says he really wants to work with Malik. He's looking neater, yes, coming straight down the pipe. Now again, it's looking good on paper. You're never gonna get real sharp in the videos, Briggs said. All right. So here we are. Let's go, champ. But this guy was definitely picking Tyson Fury, amongst all of the circus that's going on. So he's definitely leaning towards Tyson Fury. And then all this drama happens. Do you understand that there's a lot of people that was picking Fury that was just ignoring all of the drama that we bring to light, that old media does not bring to light? We talk about that. So he wasn't listening to that. A lot of people in the industry, former fighters, when they put them on camera, they just talk about it cut and dry. A lot of them don't have time to pay attention to it because they think it's conspiracy theories from the YouTube guys. They think, oh, this is all conspiracy theories. But you know why this is different? Because these camps are actually talking to us. And we know things now. And now Deontay is not dealing with old media because how he was treated. So these things are leaking out by way of Deontay being selective about who he talks to and who we speak to. Remember, I always say, remember who I talk to. So even the best of boxing insiders who've been around since before I was born, they don't know what I know. And when they claim they do know, it's fraudulent. We just had this clown, Rick Glasser, the clown that he is, go back and forth with a buddy of mine on Twitter, two buddies of mine. They just asked him, what do you think about him being out and about when he just tested positive for COVID? And Rick says to my buddy, he says, if you test negative 2 days in a row, you can get cleared. That's funny, Rick. You put on a huge cap for Tyson Fury. You always giving him the benefit of the doubt. Never mind the track record of him lying and him not having a license to fight in his own country. He has to fight here and abroad because this is the only place he can fight, because he can't fight in the UK. Why, Rick? Why can't he fight in the UK? Yeah, you know the answer. You just refuse to speak on it. But he, right in front of our eyes, I read him make an excuse, and he said that could be the case. No, well, how about this? We don't know if Tyson Fury even had COVID. Did he provide evidence? And then what is this about him getting on a plane? That went away. I thought he was in England the whole time. Come to find out, my whole argument was, how the hell did he get on a plane to go to the UK? Find out, surprise, surprise, he didn't leave. Maybe he didn't leave because he couldn't. Sorry, sir, we heard you had the COVID. I don't really have it. I don't really have it, Well, now you got to provide proof. Because last time we saw the news, you said you had COVID. So go get a note saying that you're negative. He said, screw it, I'm going to stay in Vegas. And surprise, surprise, yesterday, he's in casinos, people taking pictures with him. He's popping up at car dealerships. Why was you there, Tyson? Disgusting. Taking pictures. I mean, this guy, he can't be that absent-minded. He really doesn't care. You're getting caught in all these lies. And you know why? Old media is not holding you accountable. Come on, Andre Ward. Come on, Tim Bradley, Desert Storm, Son of God, Kevin Iole, Steve Kim, all of you guys. Y'all don't find any of this strange? Listen, I was very fair. Remember the arbitration? Remember all of that? It wasn't that long ago. Remember when I said on numerous occasions, look, if the fight's going to happen, announce it and I'll talk about it. This is a boxing channel. I'll talk about it. I might not like it, but it's news and I'll talk about it. That's it. Wasn't that fair? And what was I met with? Trolling. And y'all did so hard to force that fight. Never mind the fact that y'all never once said this shouldn't be an arbitration to begin with because he had a signed document stating that he is committed to this third fight. Y'all never said that. What y'all did say was, yo, you should step aside. Remember you said, oh, well, he offered him, $20 million step aside money. That turned out to be a lie. Why are you not talking about things like that? Why are y'all letting people lie on Deontay Wilder? Why? Well, Andre Ward, Tim Bradley, the same way they're lying on Deontay is the same media that's lying on Deontay and not telling the whole truth is the same reason, Andre Ward, why we had to protect your career online. I mean, you got your money and all that groovy stuff, but you was being disrespected and discredited, and we didn't stand for it. Not because you're black, but because it was the right thing to do. That's why we're here. And I know, you didn't ask for our support, but we did it because it was the right thing to do. Tim Bradley, you signed with Top Rank. We said, what are you doing? And you got what you asked for. You got that Manny Pacquiao fight. Remember the first Manny Pacquiao fight that you won? Did you think you was going to inherit a fan base? No. I'll tell you what you did get, a big old headache, death threats as if you're the judges. You got death threats. Let me get this straight. You fought Manny Pacquiao. You did the best you could. You beat him. And you got the death threats. What did we do? We took a lot of bullets for you. A lot of them. We were called all kinds of N-words. Andre, we was called all kinds of N-words. Remember you tried to get Gennady Golovkin? They was like, no, you're bullying the smaller guy. But meanwhile, the smaller guy was trying to come to 168 anyway. No, you should go up and fight Kovalev. So you fighting Gennady Golovkin, no good. Never mind that Abel Sanchez said Gennady Golovkin could be anybody from 147 to 175. He said that. But never mind that. That was taboo. So popular demand made you go up to fight Kovalev. They said you lost the first fight. We said, no, you won. All they remember was you getting dropped in the first round. You got up and you did the best you could and you won. Rematch. He wasn't stopped by body shots. He was stopped by because you punched him in the face. And that's what started the problems for him. Then he didn't like it to the body. And what did they do? They discredited you. Low blows. Low blows. Who took those bullets? We did. We was called all kinds of N-words on here. So you're on the other side with old media. You got on here and you say, the proof, Wilder has to show proof. He has to show proof with everything. He has to show proof he was poisoned. He has to show proof that the gloves were flapping around. Never mind, we have video evidence. Now the water, that might be tricky. But never mind all of that. Don't act like this guy hasn't done anything in the past. He has a track record to prove it. It's not like he's a clean slate. So if Wilder has to provide all that proof, why are y'all not asking? Especially now, today, as of today, July 15th, 2021, as of today, why are you not saying, hey, man, wait a minute. The man had that new COVID strain. I know Bob said he was a little better, but why is he out and about at the car dealership and taking pictures with people? How long do you supposed to be quarantined? Wait a minute, man. Guys, why did he say he was trying to fly back to London? Why is he trying to leave? Where's the journalism? Kevin Iole, Steve Kim, Rick Glasser, if you're even a journalist. Where's the accountability? You wonder why we exist? We are quality control. We don't kowtow to anybody. We're not paid media, so we can say whatever the F we want to say. And that's why you can't stand us. Kevin Iole, Steve Kim, you got Dan Raphael. You guys have a boss. We don't have no boss when it comes to this boxing talk. We don't have a boss. We're not bought and paid for. And they've tried. They've tried. But my integrity is everything. See, I don't have to get right. Because it seems that the LDBC and other boxing channels have ruffled enough feathers that you know we're there. And guess what? The industry knows they're there. So when you got to take time to discredit us, you're actually giving us all the credit in the world. Because a lot of people found me and everybody else because of you. And we're showing them things that they don't even know. And most of all, what grinds your gears is that the champ, you know, the guy that can't sell no seats, that can't sell out Alabama, that guy, we're getting the news directly from him to the source. How y'all feel when Deontay Wilder does speak? You got to quote 78 Sports TV. Yeah, get real or get your wig on the windshield. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC.